Because there was a video of my car that has like a cumulative, I think, 1 million views, like from different um, accounts of my car just spitting fire. Yeah, so my CTSV, it's stock. It's just decatted and has a filter on it, an intake, and it comes stock with around like 556 horsepower. But once you remove the cats, there's more flow and stuff. It'll push it around like 590 to 600, and you can have fun with it for what it is stock. I have a lot of plans with it, but they're slowed down now because of a fine I got on the car. So then this car is a story. I bought it in Sharjah. And the guy, for some reason, I bought it from Souk Al Haraj, and it was like I was looking for a Caprice actually, because it was more like it's a V8. I can have fun with it, put like an X-Force valve exhaust, have some fun, and like four door, more fun. And I saw this and it caught my eye, and my brother was with me, and then I was just like, it looks nice, but like I'm not looking for something like this right now. And then he's like, yeah, but it's nice, let's get it. And I was like, yeah, but like I'm not looking for this right now. And then we got it the next day. Got it for a pretty good deal, and the CDFC market keeps fluctuating. So it's like right now, like if I go to sell it, I think it's like a little higher than what I paid. It's faster than most Mustangs and stuff. And in all honesty, my plans with it are to make it around 650 wheel horsepower, because I feel like that's a good amount to daily drive with. And it's not that hard, but it's just injectors, pulley, meth, and some stuff. And like everything is cheap, but then when you put everything together, it's expensive. So after I pay off my singular fine, I can continue modifying the car and stuff. Okay, so the first car community that I was a part of was the Group 63, the car club, because we had an E63 at home, so we joined that club, and it was fun, but it was hard to communicate because it's like I don't speak fluent Arabic, and everyone was Arab in the club. So they used to have car meets and like Dubai Autodrome and stuff, and in all honesty, it's like when you go there, it was like all AMGs just revving, and then I remember there was one group of Chinese people who came in a 6x6, and they had a Chinese flag on the top, and they were just parading around and stuff, and it was pretty cool. But the main car community and car club that like I grew like became a part of once I was 18 was SXE Kings, which is basically the IS 300 club, and there's always like beef between the IS 300 club and the GS club and stuff, and the LS club. And it's like, well, if we're having a meet on a day, they'd have the same meet on the same day, just because like people would be like split up and stuff. But it was a really fun club, and I met a lot of good people in it who taught me, and they're all down to earth people. Like I know many of them now. So that club honestly taught me a lot of things in terms of like I made so many friends, and like I've gone to road trips with them to like Ras Al Khaimah for events and stuff. And I think like I went in 2018. I didn't go in 19, and then in 2020 I went there with my CTSV, and I met Rashid over there with his car, and then Assam Patrol, and a Sylvia and stuff also. Like they were all parked together. How I am part of the car community right now is I still help out a lot of people. Like I have multiple people in my DMs who like ask questions about my old build, because that's how I got most of my Instagram followers and stuff, is because there was a video of my car that has like a cumulative, I think, 1 million views, like from different um, accounts of my car just spitting fire. And that was when it was stock turbo, stock manifold, just on a Haltech stock 1JZ, one day before it got impounded. Yeah, so then right now, one of my friends, he 1JZ swapped his IS300, and he asked me stuff like on the daily, like this and stuff. And he went to the same garage where I did my work, and he swapped it there, and he's driving his car right now. And then there's another person who DM'd me who lives in Warka, and he was like, I want a 1JZ swap, this is my budget, what do I do? And I just told him regular advice, and like how, it's better to like, one thing I've learned from this, it's better to buy an already modified car, because like it gets very expensive. But don't buy a car that has been beat on, and it's like already abused and on its last leg, where you drive it and it'll blow up within a minute. So it's always better to like know what you're buying and know what you're doing, because like what I've learned from my car is like it's trial and error. You put something, it'll work, it won't work. On my single turbo, I ran through 3 wastegates before I found out the issue and finally resolved. I feel like after all the years of just learning and meeting new people, you always like get life lessons, and people tell you stories, and you grow from that. Like I'm not the same person 2 years ago. You tell me like, oh, let's go for a drive at like 2 a.m. Let's drift and stuff. There's an empty seat. I'm not gonna do that now. because you're probably going to go to jail if you try that. What I've learned from the years is spend your money smart. Just because you have a certain amount of money and you want to modify your car and you can do this to your car and stuff, there'll always be a way around it where you can either do it for cheaper or you can do it yourself and you learn from it. And it'll just help you out in the future. Like, I've done so much work on my Lexus that I know how work is to be done and stuff on cars and stuff, where at this stage in life, I know if someone's overcharging me, it's very easy for me to find out. I know if especially like in places where you can bargain. Like if you go to buy something in Sharjah in any of the scrap areas, like you need a part on your car. If you go, like for example, on my CTSV, I was gonna go buy a starter motor, and I found one in scrap for 700 or 800, and I was like, okay, it's not bad. Let me just see how much the new one. And the new one was for 1,000, and for 200 dirhams more, a brand new one is a lot better than paying that. Like if you're buying in scrap for like 300 and you're saving 500, 600 dirhams, it's much better. But you learn from this, and then you make wiser decisions, and then you grow as a person through that. My thoughts on electric cars are they're really cool. Like the only thing that I don't like in the GCC country or like in UAE is that they don't give you the full autopilot, because that's one reason why I would get an electric car is for the autopilot. Not saying that it's safe to use your phone while driving, but if the car's driving for you, you can do whatever. Just have a dinner, put a plate down and eat and stuff and chill. But why I hate electrical cars, I have a fine on my car for 8,000 dirhams, and it's because of a Tesla. I didn't do anything with the Tesla, but I existed in the region where the Tesla and one of my friends did something, and I got the fine. So I hate electric cars from the bottom of my heart, especially Tesla Model 3s in black with gray rims. Yeah. As much as it's dangerous to race on the streets and stuff, or to drive aggressively and stuff, the rush that you get, the amount of adrenaline you generate, it just reminds me of this. There's this one show, it's an anime show called Wangan Midnights, I think. And it's just the feel that the show gives you. You get the same feel while driving, the tunnel vision you get, and it's just something that you can't compare to anything else. And you can always go on the track and stuff, and it's honestly more advisable to go on a track in legal terms. You won't have any fun. Like for example, like a canyon road, like going on Jabal Jais. The amount of fun you have on the road, don't race on it. You can take the curves, you can drive your car, you can enjoy your car, and you'll enjoy driving on the street anytime more than the racetrack. Because on the racetrack, you're only trying to beat yourself or your friends in terms of time, or if it's drag racing, who's faster and stuff. But like there's more to stuff than just racing. It's just enjoying. I love the channel for the sheer fact that like I used to watch a lot of WinWiki, and Dubai doesn't have any stuff that's like that. And I love what Rashid made of the channel just for the fact that they're really interesting to watch, because like everyone has a different story. No one story is the same. And even if there's a similar story between like two people, it'll always be different perspectives between two. So you get to enjoy like both sides of it and know the complete truth. And it just like it's just a really fun channel to watch, just for the fact that I enjoy learning new things about Dubai. And like there are so many people in the car community that you never meet and you don't know about. Like recently I saw a post on one of the Instagram accounts of a gray color Supra that's like a full wide body that I've never seen. And the thing is, I know a lot of people who own Supras, and like usually Supra meets and stuff, they come out, but this car I've never seen it ever. And they were like, this car's always hidden underground. It has, I think, a full HKS body kit or something, and it's like done up and stuff. And I saw the car in a recovery once recently after I saw the picture done out like on social media and stuff. And it made me realize that there's a lot of people who love cars who don't want to show everything off or don't go anywhere. They just love the cars for what the car is. And at the end of the day, more than pictures and anything, just driving cars is what makes it fun. That's why hearing people's stories on this channel just makes it really interesting to watch. To the younger audience who watch this channel, life is a learning curve. So you learn from all your experiences and everything. So it's like, you shouldn't like, if someone says no to you, don't take it in a harsh way or a bad way. Learn from it. Just because one garage is charging you 10,000 doesn't mean another garage will also charge you 10,000. You talk and you make friends and you can get that stuff done for cheaper. And in that way, I feel like, at least for me, I've made a lot of connections and I get my work done at a reasonable price just from the connections I know. But yeah, just think 2 times before you do something dumb like leaving a petrol station, because you might get 21,000 dirhams in a fine, in one singular fine, and 35 black points. Yeah.